What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay back again for another video on Real Sports Talk. And today, with the Lakers won, today was a good day. You know what I mean? The Lakers got the dub over the Clippers. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no Lou Will didn't play. I don't want to hear no Trez didn't play. A dub is a dub, and that's what we got. You know what I mean? I know the Lakers didn't look the best, in this game. LeBron didn't have the best games. There was a couple times during the game where I was highly upset looking at the game, wishing that we could have played better on both sides of the ball. Definitely offensively, because we had to lead at times in the game, and then we struggled to put up buckets. But as the game progressed and we got later on, we was able to get buckets by that bad man Anthony Davis. He stepped up and he showed out like I thought he would and like I thought he needed to do for this team to get over the Clippers. Nobody on this team can guard this man. The best bet that they have is Montrezl Harrell, who's too small and is not as good of a defensive player to guard AD. Joakim Noah, who's too old to guard AD, and Patrick Patterson, who's just not a physical match for AD on any side of any part of the court. So, and he let them know tonight that they can't guard him. And if he shoots like that, and he can drive the way he did and put buckets up like he did and get to the line like he did, because they just can't hold him without fouling him, he gonna give them 35 a game in the playoffs. And if he gives them 35 a game, and we know LeBron's not going to play like this. We know LeBron's not going to shoot 30%. You can throw as many bodies as you want to, but we all seen playoff LeBron. And we know what playoff LeBron's going to give us. We know he's going to be aggressive. We know he's going to make his shots. We know he's going to drive to the rim. And if he's not going to beat you from a perimeter shooting point, he's going to beat you inside. He's going to live at the free throw line in the playoff, because that's when he kicks it up on an aggressive level. I like what I saw from Dion Waiters. A lot of people wanted to say that was a bad signing or nothing like that. But we got a guy that's going to give us 10 plus points every single game, maybe more when he gets hot. J.R. Smith is a guy that I feel like should have got way more minutes today instead of a guy like Danny Green, who is a good defensive player, but he's not hitting his shots enough. He's not creating enough offense as he was supposed to when he signed to this team. So, and you got Caruso, who I feel like is a really good energy player, but everybody in their grandma know he shouldn't have played that many minutes today. He's not that type of player. He's a guy that you want to play in spurts when you need energy and good defense. He is not a guy you want starting and playing like 20-something minutes, which he did tonight, and ain't nobody want to see that. Like, we don't want to see him doing that. Like, this is my personal opinion. He wasn't giving us enough shooting. He wasn't giving us enough scoring. Now, he made some big plays in spurts like he's supposed to, like he always does. But him playing the whole game, he didn't help us as much as he should have if you want those type of minutes. I definitely feel like we should have went with more of a J.R. Smith, Dion Waiters at point guard situation like we kind of did in the scrimmages, because I feel like J.R. would have been more helpful on the offensive end, not even just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end against this team when we need a shot. And I think Dion plays the point guard position better as a facilitator and a shot creator than Alex Caruso. And I feel like they could have helped us out even more. But it's nothing to stress about. It's nothing to say, they didn't have Lou Will and Trez, and so we couldn't beat them. It's like it's your first game in the first regular season game in the bubble. People have set out. People going to be rusty. You know what I mean? And you still got a dub at the end of the day. You still got a dub. They still had Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? They still had Patrick Beverly. They still had Marcus Morris. They still had really good players out there. They was missing two really good bench scores, but they still had most of their team out there, and most of their players were healthy. So you still got a really good Clippers team. And you're a new team. Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith have not been playing with your team like this. This is their first time playing with your team. So they have to get integrated into your system. Kyle Kuzma hasn't been playing well. So he has to get, going. LeBron's gonna get going when the playoff starts. So don't be so quick to, say, we're going to lose and jump to conclusion like the media want to do. No. All you need to worry about is that we got the dub and that you believe that we're going to become better. Now, we're going to have a chance to become a better basketball team game and game and game throughout these 8 little games going into the playoffs, and we're going to probably face a weak team in the AC. So we're going to have a lot of time before we see the Clippers again to get this team ready. And I definitely believe by the next time we see the Clippers, we're going to have a lot more chemistry than we have now. We're going to be hitting our shots at a better rate, and we're going to see a different LeBron James. Kind of the LeBron James that we saw in the fourth quarter, who was able to hit threes, who was able to drive to the basket and get fouled, and who was able to clamp up and lock up and do what he does, because LeBron came through. A lot of people was talking down on him in the middle of the game, but guess what? He showed up when we needed him to. And he hit a game-winning shot, and he clamped up on the other end. And that's just what he does. he's gonna come through for us. And in the playoffs, he's gonna come through even better. So I'm not worried about it, and neither should you be. Great game by the Lakers. A dub. Clippers can go home, go to their basement. I don't know what they about to do. They can probably go back to Magic City with Lil Will. It is what it is. It's a dub for the Lakers. That's all I gotta say. Peace.